It's heartwarming to see how America is coming together today during this national celebration and commemoration of our Vietnam veterans.
Our Tidewell Honors Veteran Program has been honoring veterans for over 40 years, and we knew that we needed to be one of the first organizations in Sarasota, Manatee County to recognize Vietnam veterans, to thank them and welcome them home. We have been putting on programs for 3 years now, and this is our biggest, most wonderful event yet.
Pledge allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today, we salute you, our Vietnam veterans. We salute you for your unflinching dedication and commitment to our country during its time of need. And we also salute you for your continued service to your communities long after your military service is over. You have inspired a generation, each and every one of you.
Notably the most divisive war, the Vietnam War was marked by polarizing opinion of the American public. When our troops returned from duty overseas, they were ignored and they were snubbed rather than given the appropriate welcome and recognition for their service to our country. They were expected to transition back to normal life without any support at all. Last month, March, the Vietnam War Veterans Recognition Act of 2017, designating every March 29th as the official National Vietnam War Veterans Day, where the flag of the United States is to be raised to thank and honor Vietnam veterans for their service and their sacrifice.
I'd like to call your attention to this small table, which occupies the place of dignity and honor on my left. It is set for one, symbolizing the fact that members of our armed forces are missing from our ranks. They are referred to as POWs and MIAs. Let us remember and never forget their sacrifices.
When I was asked about speaking today, I asked the organizers, well, how much time do I have? And they said, well, General, you can take all the time that you like, but we'd like to ask you to read a third grader's essay written about Julius Caesar before you decide. They said it was an essay written by a local third grader, and we'll fax it to you. So they faxed me the third grader's essay about Julius Caesar, and I read it. And it went like this. Julius Caesar lived a long time ago. Julius Caesar was a general. Julius Caesar gave long speeches. They killed him. We, as a group of Vietnam veterans, bore the brunt of an unpopular political decision, and our own members of society, our own citizens, confused Vietnam service and sacrifices with the politics of the war. But even at our cost, America learned a lesson as a nation. In spite of the current situation that America finds itself in today, we as a group of citizens are able to separate politics from the noble service of our men and women in uniform. And I thank God for that. Pump your chest up and remember, you may not be old enough to be included in Tom Brokaw's book, The Greatest Generation, but you are cut from the same cloth. and you are the greatest members of your generation. So I would say, well done, Vietnam veterans, and welcome home. May God bless you. Amen. Thanks for your service.
Thank you. You're welcome. Welcome home. I was an advisor to the South Vietnamese Airborne up in Quang Tri province, just north of the city of Quang Tri. And I was in MACV headquarters in Saigon. I came home on the next to the last airplane out of Saigon.
We did have a hard time when we came home, but being here now, it's just so nice to be remembered and to remember all of our fallen vets and our brothers and sisters in arms.
I unfortunately was referred to as a baby killer in the Seattle airport.
So what does today mean to you then?
Today is actually a great recognition of not only my service, but the service of all the men and women that served in Vietnam.